Let's talk about everything you're going to need to know for this patch that just arrived into the game. We're going to talk about how to unlock Hell 6 difficulty and how to unlock Hell 6 gear. We're going to talk about some need-to-know things that you don't want to mess up for this new patch. Let's get going. But before we do that, I will be live on twitch.tv/Darth Microtransaction. It will be in the pinned comment as well as the description from 1 to 5 p.m. EST in order to test this patch out. Come by, say hi live. Let's get going with what you need to know. Challenge rifts now go all the way up to Challenge Rift 300. Challenge rifts past 200 will be dropping new pieces of crystals. These crystals will be used to upgrade your equipment. These are the pieces in question. If you look, they're called cryptic crystals. These drop from the Challenge Rift 200 plus. You will be using these crystals in order to upgrade your secondary pieces, meaning your set pieces, from rank 10 plus to rank 15. You can see that here, whereas 9 from rank 1 to rank 10 is still these ones. If you look at the actual description, they have the description of these wrong, and it says it's for ranks 1 through 15. This is factually not correct. It is from rank 10 to 15. You still need the other crystals to go to rank 10 first. The same is to be said for this Beguiling Dust, which is effectively to take your normal legendary equipment, and you probably know where this is going, from rank 20 on. You can see I'm only at 17 because I'm behind on the Yellow Dust, and I still need Yellow Dust, not the new one. So that is, again, a text error. From 20 to 30, you will be needing that new level of dust, and yes, you're going to be needing a new level of glowing shards. If you actually look in my inventory right now, you're going to notice I have some of these already. How do we get more of these? Defeat enemies, loot chests, salvage rare equipments, and complete side quests and smithing materials vendor. If you look here, flowing shards, you can actually get these from completing dungeons. So you're going to need both of these in order to maximize your legendary gear, and you're going to be needing those new crystals from the Challenge Rift 200 plus if you wish to maximize your set gear. The very first thing you're going to want to do before you try to go into Hell 6 is you're going to want to go to Challenge Rift 164. Make sure you are 360 Paragon and defeat Challenge Rift 164. This will unlock the ability for Challenge Rifts, Elder Rifts, Cycle of Strife activities, and more importantly, from vendors to be equivalent to items found from Hell 6. If you do not do this, your items from those activities will only be graded at Hell 5. In order to unlock the next difficulty, you have to beat the maxed out boss of the previous difficulty, aka this one, the Skin Veil, to unlock Hell 6. And if you go to Hell 6, you're going to need to unlock this maxed out one in order to unlock Hell 7. When you do this, it's going to be unlocking these things called demonic remains. Make sure you go in and actually equip these. It will automatically take off all of your demonic remains as the new patch has come out, so you will have lost combat rating. You will need to go in and equip these because now you can equip multiple ones, and you can actually get these demonic remains as drops here. You can see in order to have random attributes, meaning you're going to want to farm these bosses to get more and more and more combat rating. It is a reworked system, and it is better now in my personal opinion. The shop has a new Prodigy's Path. Just like the original one, you can actually get set items from this. Keep in mind, the 320 and the 340 are Hell 5 set pieces. 360 Paragon is when Hell 6 starts, so the gloves will be your first Hell 6 piece of set equipment. You can see this by going difficulty and seeing 360 Paragon is Hell 6. So the 320 and 340, and further confirmation, I have already claimed these. If you look at this, 190 and 192 being the highest for Hell 5, this road exceptional, and this is in fact a 320 Paragon piece of equipment. Move my camera so you can see it right there, whereas the gloves that I have just acquired, if you look here, did not row exceptional, and they are 216, 229. However, the Paragon on these are 360. So they were an upgrade. Even though they didn't row exceptional, they were still better than other ones that were. Speaking of the shop, there's a new deal in the shop. It's $25.99. You will get 1,600 orbs as well as a 5-star legendary gem, the new Hellfire Fragment one, which is actually a pretty decent gem from what I can see. It's up to you whether or not this is worth it, but this is a new one that is available. Speaking of purchases, there is a new event called the Phantom Market. This is your first cross-class cosmetic. Pretty cool looking cosmetic. When you participate in this, effectively how it's going to work is you're going to get one free row. You will do your one free row. it is going to say oboes can be used to obtain items in the market. You will use these oboes and you will row. This is a 0.14% chance in order to actually get the cosmetic. However, if you unlock all of them, the next one will be this cosmetic. In order to get oboes, you have to draw from the eternal orbs to do it. So it's a 1 eternal orb is 1 oboe. Look at this. I've now got the winged darkness azure armor. Pretty cool for that price. Now I can do 150 to try to roll it again, etc., etc. There will be new cosmetics that you can acquire. Now I have the weapon, and as you go down the list, it's going to be getting more and more expensive. I will be doing a separate rant video about this, as I think this is ridiculous. Personally, if you take a look at this, now it's 2,000 at the very last bit in order to guarantee it. This was a total of 8,220 eternal orbs. This is an absolute ridiculous amount of orbs in order to unlock a cosmetic skin. I do not like locking this at all behind a gamble form. This is straight out of Call of Duty, and I know for a fact, because I played Call of Duty Mobile and have spent money in the game, that this is the absolute, in my personal opinion, one of the worst ways to take money from a customer. I hate that you have a 0.1% chance, and yet they sit there and show you it like you can get it, and you gamble for it over and over and over again, and it keeps getting more and more and more expensive, and you can't actually see what the cost breakdown is. But I'm going to save the rest of this for a separate rant video, as I do not like this. If you want to know the total cost, it's 8,220. This is almost $100 for this skin. Here's what the skin actually ends up looking like in the breakdown. This was extremely painful to acquire this in order to show for you guys. I do not recommend purchasing this. Give me a like, please, for actually sacrificing this money. Rest in peace, my dollar bills. The cosmetic entrance is pretty cool looking to this. You can see it gives you a journey when you actually log into the game as well, showing where you're at and what you've been accomplishing as of lately. New zones, Storm Point has arrived in the game, and you're going to notice there's new orange quests on the left-hand side, 5 new bosses, etc. It's going to break down all of this, the new Paragon trees, which we're going to talk about in just etc. Accelerated leveling. Below the Silver Paragon, you'll earn additional experience. Here's the one thing. If we go and we actually look at the experience, check this out, 260% in the event is still bugged. I'm still getting 0% bonus, and I'm still getting the exact standard experience rewards. I am not sure if the experience rewards are supposed to be, if you're way farther than normal, you'll get more, but from my understanding, it was supposed to be double. I'm still getting the same experience. The Exalted Knight has now unlocked the challenge task, so it'll be a little bit easier for you to complete your tasks, get ahead to get this mystery legendary item, but again, this experience bonus is only working for some people. This is the sickle that you get for having 330 Paragon from the shop. If you take a look real quick, if you go to the services and you go to Prodigy's Path, I've just acquired this item. It's the 330. I'm going to ID this now for you live, so you can see whether or not this ID'd item will be based upon my Paragon or the Paragon of when, what it actually, so it's 330. So it's still, you can pick this up at any time. Essentially, you do not have to wait in order to pick up this item. It will be based upon the Paragon level of the 330. You do not have to wait for the Prodigy Path. Just go ahead and get your items now. If you've completed the Heliquaries prior, don't forget to go into your mail and claim these, as there's going to be a whole bunch of rewards available for you. I'm going to click claim all of these now. You can see there's a pretty fat amount of items to be identified. All of these have just come from the Heliquary rewards that are new. The Diablo 4 pre-order bonus is now available, and you can claim it under the Events tab. This is what the Diablo 4 pre-order bonus will actually look like in-game. That means that there is actually 3 variants of this cosmetic. There's the standard Winged Darkness, there is the pre-order Winged Darkness, but there is also the one you get from the Phantom Market event that I don't like, which looks like this one. This is disappointing for Diablo 4 pre-order in my own personal opinion, as all 3 of these are basically the same thing with minor color variants. If you're going to be doing the vendor, please wait until you have done your challenge rift. Okay, 164 is again required in order for this to start dropping Hell 6 items at all. Please go do that first. You're going to notice there's orange quests on the left that you're going to want to do to get unlocked to the new zone, and that is going to be your head start guide for this update. Again, I will be live as of 1 to 5 p.m. EST today. This would be December 14th in order to go through the patch more thoroughly. Feel free to come by, ask me questions, and experience the game. Check out the new skins as well. I love you all. Consider liking the video or subscribing. I stayed all the way up to 3 a.m. just to get this one done for you.